Friends, you know it's sad because the season's over. The mast is down. I've done a bunch of work to get the boat ready. Two-parter video. If you haven't watched it, I'll wait. You go, you watch, you like, you subscribe, do all the things. But you may be wondering to yourself, what now? What do you do? How do you keep the good vibes going when there's no sailing left to be done? There's only one answer to that. Boat work. Box of goodies. So, what kind of boat work are we doing? One problem that plagued this boat this season is clutches slipping. So on my main halyard and on my general halyard, the halyards just were not being held tight by the clutches. So in an effort to fix that, I have in my hot little hands here 2 replacement cams. These are of the Spinlock variety, and these little teeth here are what grabs the rope and keeps it in place. So I've never disassembled one of these clutches before. My boat has the old XT style. The new version from Spinlock is called XTS. They're virtually identical. The handle has like a nicer rubber knob on the XTS, and as far as I can tell, maybe the housing is slightly more modern looking. But other than that, they're identical. They're so much identical, in fact, that the replacement parts, including these cams, are identical. Let's take a look at what you have to do to pull these guys. So you'll see here, I've already taken the liberty of removing the headliner. That's that piece there that covers all this bit of nastiness, which is just the exposed, ungel coated fiberglass. And you'll see that I've already removed the bolts for the offending set of clutches. This is for the other set that I'm not going to deal with. The other set that I have to repair, unfortunately, are on this side, but it's the same operation for both, so I'll probably only show you the one. Okay, this is the offending clutch. Look how easy that comes out. My God, that didn't take any effort. It actually took a tremendous amount of effort. I just didn't film it. Because it was, you know, held down with some probably 4200, and it probably had been in place for a long time. So we got the beast in hand. I'm coming down below, and we're gonna have a look at how to make this thing come apart. Why don't you join me? One thing I should say about these replacement cams is that there's 2 different sizes. So this size, it's called the cam 08 to 14. And what the 08 to 14 means is it's the acceptable rope size for use is between 8 mil and 14 mil. So this takes big ropes. My halyards vary in size between 8 mil at the smallest for the spin halyard. All my 2 main halyards are 10 mil, and I do have a few 12 mil backup old school polyester lines. The 10 mil lines are Dyneema cord, so they don't need to be 12 mil or half-inch size. So 8, 10, 12 are my sizes, so the 8 to 14 is what I want. They do have another size which down from this, which goes from, I think, 6 to 10 mil. But I steered clear of that because obviously that wouldn't work for all my line sizes. Even though all I'm replacing are my 2 main halyards that I use, which are both 10 mil lines. The other thing I should say is they do make a version of this cam and the plate underneath that are made out of ceramic. They're about twice the price of these, and the advantage of the ceramic, I understand, is that the teeth here, see those? The teeth that are used are what grabs and holds the rope in place. For a line that's like high-tech line, like that's Dyneema on the outside that's slippery, it tends to round over the teeth if you're getting the aluminum teeth. The ceramic, I guess, stays sharp for longer. But I also reckon that they're a little more aggressive on the line. so it's a trade-off. This main halyard clutch here, it'll be interesting to see what it looks like when I pull this thing all apart. Does it feel any different than this? Not really. But nonetheless, we're going to replace it and hope for the best. That's what's going to happen. So let me get some tools. Okay, so all you should need to take this thing apart is flathead screwdriver, something to hit with the hammer, because there's a pin here that needs to be knocked out. So let's see how easy this is to take apart. They feel very dirty, like just undoing this screw I can hear like a grinding sound, like there's lots of dirt in there. I bet there's, I should be flushing these out with some fresh water is what I should be doing. The other thing I should say, so this is obviously a 3-bank power clutch, they call it, but what I'm doing here applies to whether it's a single bank or a double bank, a triple bank, quadruple bank. It's all the same, because all the triple bank is 3 single banks that are held together with one long bolt and one long pin. Ugh. Oh yeah, very dusty, gross. That one's a lot better, but it's off the deck. The one that's closest to the deck where all the dirt is was not nice. Okay, so that was held in with about like that much thread. I guess that's fine. As ever, riveting stuff here on the channel. Thanks so much for watching. I really hope you guys get something out of this. I gotta do this. Well, do I have to do this work? Yeah. I mean, you want your boat to perform at its best. That means maintenance, doesn't it? So now the only thing left to do is knock this pin out. Hold on, is there a side it wants to go in? Don't lose that. You may wonder, why don't you just replace the whole thing? Well, I'll tell you why. So these were just on sale. So that one piece was $55, which is a stupid amount for what that is, but welcome to sailing. This whole thing is $400. So $55 hopefully fixes my problem. Unless I break it while I'm trying to replace it. Okay, don't lose that. Don't lose all these parts. I guess I do need that pin all the way out, don't I? Okay. There's one free handle. How does this come out? I just pull. Alright. Of course, there's spider webs and everything. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I'm losing pieces. Don't lose that. Don't lose this. Don't lose any single part. Here is the old one. And you can see it's quite, the teeth are quite shiny. So, old one, new one. These things appear like for like, which is always helpful. Now, one thing I will note in setting them up is that this one, the new one, I don't know if you can tell or not, and it's probably a function of this spring, but the new one sits quite flush with the bottom of the cam, and the old one, there's quite a gap there. Can you see that? Is the camera? I can't tell what the camera is showing you, but just trust me that what's happening on the old one is not what's happening on the new one. And I'm happy to announce that they're both cam 0814s. So they are like for like. It's just the old one, the spring is probably gone. Worth doing, right? Where was this from? Shit. Something just fell out that I don't know where it came from. Like that. Right? Can someone please affirm that this is correct? That was definitely not there. Where the heck was that? Okay, I gotta take this apart. This is some fiddly business. Oh, I see where that was. That was up there. I feel you now. I feel you now. You bastard. Oh, I see. So that. Aha, okay. Alright. Not the sharpest tool in the shed here, folks. But we're getting there. And that's what matters. We're gonna get there. And this will go like that. Ha! You know, I realize I'm not doing the very thing I said I should do, which is give this a freshwater bath. But I will do that. Okay, so now that all that is left is some love taps on this pin, which hopefully remains lined up. And now I have a replaced cam, and that works as it should. And even better, it lays flat against the base plate, which is what it should do. Hot dog. I did it. I did it. Thanks. Thanks for watching this part. There's going to be some more parts, I promise. Was that of any use to you? I hope so. Oh, I should say, so I usually use 3M product for rebedding the 4000 silicone or the 4200 adhesive, or 5200 if you're going crazy. I wanted to just use silicone, which is what they recommend. So not even the 4200 I was worried might be a little insane. They didn't have any of the 4000 at my local chandlery, Port Whitby Marine Supply, the best in the business. Not sponsored. I just spend a lot of money there and like those guys. So I bought this stuff. Sudbury 321 clear. Elastomeric marine sealant. Elastomeric? Elastomeric. That's a new word for me. We're learning things together. Isn't that fun? That wasn't that bad. Honestly, doing that wasn't that bad. And that's a good thing, because I got another one to do. Maybe not tonight. Alright, so I'm going to get that cleaned up, because it looks like hell up there, and see if I'll feel like going the full banana and getting the sealant down tonight. Cool. Alright, so here's the unit. Here's its mounting spot. It's important to get as much of the old silicone off as possible, because new silicone does not like to sit and attach to old silicone, and that renders a poor seal. I'm just using a bit of alcohol and Goo Gone, not because these are the best tools for this job, just that they were the only tools I had available to me on the boat. Okay, so when it comes to replacing these things, you do not need to seal this whole thing. And in fact, you don't want to do that because you want the water that is inevitably coming in here to be able to escape. So all I care about is water not coming in these holes. So we're just going to seal around these holes and in the bolts. So let me get these bolts ready, like so. And oh shoot, I gotta cut this. Always handy to have a piece of scrap wood on board, you know? Okay, so we're just gonna give this some good smushy smush, hopefully. Please come out. Please don't be rock solid. I just bought this, so it should be happy. Okay. Is it even coming out the tube? Just barely. But it is. Okay. This stuff better be awesome, because it's a pain in the ass. Smushy smushy time? Smushy smushy time. Alright, now really getting this tight is probably a two-person job, but I'll at least try to get these nuts on. Yeah, I need someone on deck. But at least I know with it set up like this, the water is not going to come in because the silicone will have sealed the hole, which is all I care about. Maybe I can. Maybe I can. And like that. On like the, oh, I gotta. Wonderful. All right. So there's the new one. There's the old one. Now you may be saying to yourself, "Hey, dumbass, why didn't you do these ones?" Well, they're 60 bucks each. First of all, taxes in. Second of all, these ones weren't slipping. This one's slipping. This is the main halyard. I use this a lot. This is a reef point and a secondary spinnaker halyard. So yeah, they don't need it. This one did. And you can see here, once they're seated, they're all seated nice and low where it should be. That is awesome. I'm happy. See you later.